Hello everyone. Um, so my paper is on time management or an organization. I'm gonna try not to read off of my paper, just read it straight through, kind of talk just on my own, but I think to start off, I will. So I wrote time management and organization has proven to be two of the most difficult values for me to understand. It stems from many different areas in my life, though my overwhelming ambition and perfectionist tendencies stand to be in the way most often. I go on to say that I was homeschooled my entire life. I've never been to a public school, and that my father joined the Air Force right out of high school, and that my mom, high school sweethearts, followed him to another state with me. I was always very ambitious, but being homeschooled and feeling like I was different from everyone, I wanted to be normal. I wanted to feel normal, so I overcompensated in many areas to like feel like I was on the right track as everyone. So I just had, because I was homeschooled, a lot of drive, and I worked very hard in many areas. Socially, professionally, educationally. I just ran in headfirst in everything I did. My second paragraph says that my personality has led me to always want to win, conquer, and thrive in every scenario. There was many different examples that I was thinking of using, though I chose just me playing softball in high school. Because I was homeschooled, I didn't go to a public school, but because homeschoolers, they're allowed to participate in extracurricular activities of the school, so I was able to join like the high school team, and my first year I ended up making team captain and had a starting position on the varsity team, and the school had like 2,000 people, or students rather, so it was a pretty big school and it was pretty difficult to do, but I was really proud of myself, and everyone hated me because I came in, no one knew me, and like I took that position away from them. But yeah, my conclusion of that paragraph is, with the world figured out, I had picked up 2 jobs in order to pay for college out of pocket. With the use of my life philosophies, tactics, and beliefs, these 2 new challenges were nothing I could not handle. All through high school, I had knocked everything out. Like, I was always successful in everything I did. Anything I wanted to do, I did it. So, in preparation for college, I picked up 2 new jobs. I worked at Subway and the Walmart Deli here in Missouri. I lived in Florida for 10 years and then recently moved here. But when I got here, I picked up 2 jobs to pay for state fare out of pocket. My first semester in college had placed me in uncharted territories and showed that what I believed to be sufficient was actually inadequate. My 2 new jobs had put me over 60 hours a week and allowed me around 25 hours of sleep each week, and that's like 4-5 hours of sleep every night. It was really bad. You know, I'd be closing at one place and then open at 4 or 5 a.m. in another city. I didn't get very much sleep at all, but I made a lot of money and I'm able to pay for college now. I thrived in the majority of my classes, and this was last summer, and I kept 2 jobs into last fall, which was my first semester. So I didn't know that I wasn't able to maintain like a full-time education as well as 2 jobs. I failed tests, assignments, deadlines. Nearly everything was missed or half done. I became increasingly more frustrated and could not understand why my success was not inevitable. I thought, the more I took on, just the more successes I had, because that's how it was in high school. But I learned that I needed to change something, because I ended up falling asleep at the wheel, and I was fine. But it was really difficult for me to keep up with everything. So, quit my job, ended up having to withdraw from one of my classes last semester, and this semester I knew something had to change. So, Yeah, readjustment to my strategies as previously developed in my high school years were necessary as my body had limits and I needed to learn to work within them. I learned that navigating my class alone was no longer an option. It was important for me to bond with classmates, have study group sessions, and visit the tutor every other day. I'd always wanted to work alone. I have difficulty working with other people. I want to do everything by myself, and that's what kind of made my relationships crumble as well. Because I'm just so closed off. And I think I'm coming from a place of I'm coming from a good place, but it's actually really unhealthy to be so driven and focused on school and just killing myself over it. My boyfriend now, he taught me that I need to focus and I needed to give myself time to focus and breathe and, go out with him and just relax and not be so stressed over assignments, and giving myself that time away from school actually made me focus more on school than if I just spent all my time on school, because I'd be so stressed out and, frustrated. And this year I ended up actually retaking that class I had to withdraw from last semester, and I took my final last night for it, pre-calculus, and I ended up getting a 89.11, really close to an A in it this semester. I'm trying to see if my teacher can raise my grade a little bit so I can get an A, but yeah, either way, I'm really, really happy because that was all for my efforts. The tests, I did really good on every one of them. Homework, all 100%. Assignments, quizzes, all really good. And, yeah, I'm really proud of myself because of that. And so my last paragraph just goes on to say that college had allowed me to develop in ways I thought were previously impossible. School, while arguably the most important thing in my life, was not what I need to be focusing on the most. The differences between my first and second semesters are vast, and the way I organize my time and thought processes stood as the reason why. Using these tactics, the way I learned how to succeed in one semester over the other, will definitely help me when I transfer to Mizzou, the next university after community college. It's